What's up guys, BT Moto back here, and today I'm going to pick up a brand new bike. That's right, we're adding a new bike to the bullpen. It's one you guys have been requesting quite a bit, so I think you guys are going to like this one. I'm on my way to GP Motorcycles in San Diego, and that is off a street called Sassafras. And any of you guys that know San Diego know Sassafras, and that's by Little Italy on the way to the airport, but it is a very odd street name. So when I get to GP, I'll let you guys see the motorcycle, and there's a very interesting story that goes along with this motorcycle. All right, guys, so which side do you think we got here? We got KTM right here. There's even a gas back there. We got a Panigale right here. Looks like a Street Fighter. We got some Ducatis right over here. MV Agusta. Then we've got the blue and orange here. Oh, these are 660s. My bad. These are 660s. So RSV4 right here. This is the RSV4. Same color scheme though. Has that blue. It's kind of like a galaxy blue or something. Has a pearl in it or a metallic. Looks good actually in person. It has orange wheels on it. And no factories though. No factories. But this is the other color design. They have this grayish. You can't get the non-factories in that black and red that you typically see. And of course you see these ones have cast wheels on them rather than forged wheels. So this is the new 2025, and the part I probably hate most about them, right there. There's no tail. I did the S1000RR thing, which is, it's easy to remove and get rid of this, but once you do remove it, because this is ugly and everyone's gonna remove it, you got no tail light anymore. So there has to be an RC, futurist Moto. Someone has to come out with something to fix that, because that is not going to be good until we get something fixed. Then we've got some Panigale V4s right here. Check it out. V4S 35. We picked ours up standard model for just under 30. And that was out the door, of course. Divel V4, actually a very fun bike. You guys seen the dyno for that one we did. And of course the V2. All right, guys, just got done doing the deal, so I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek at the bike here. Yep, we got the factory 1100. I know what you're thinking first thing. That tank don't match. And there's a reason the tank doesn't match. So this bike was originally spoken for already by a guy who lived in Northern California. Keep in mind we're in San Diego here, but they got this bike before anyone else did, and he was willing to come all the way down here. But the stipulation from the gentleman was that, hey, if you guys have it, do not PDI it until I show up, then you can PDI it. So they left it in the back, in the crate. And then when the guy showed up, they started PDIing it. And when they put gas in the original fuel tank that comes with the bike, it leaked everywhere, meaning it was broken. And this guy had just come from Northern California, and he was extremely upset that the fuel tank was leaking. I've never heard of that happening on Aprilia before. I've heard of some weird stuff on Aprilias, but I've never heard of the gas tank leaking. It is plastic. I'm not too happy with that. I don't know why Aprilia keeps going with the plastic here. You can't do ethanol in this stuff. It just eats it up. But the actual tank was broken. So the customer couldn't ride away, and he was so upset he left, and they had the bike in the back. Now, I just happened to show up yesterday to look at what they had for factory 1100s or when they were showing up. And they just happened to say, well, we got a broken one back there if you want. And I said, what's wrong with it? I said, well, the gas tank is leaking. So after a little bit talking with them, talked with the owner, super nice guy here. He was like, hey, you know what? We'll lend you a tank and we'll order a new one. And in the meantime, you can just use this tank, which I think is a Time Attack tank from like a 2Ono or something. It fits perfectly on there. He said we can have this tank until the new tank arrives, and they'll swap it out for a brand new tank. So thank you, GP Motorcycles in San Diego. We made lemonade from lemons here. Now this bike, just to let you guys know, is the factory 1100. So it has all the bells and whistles, has the Olin suspension, has the Brembo High Pures, which also come on the standard model. But it also has the lithium-ion battery, has the forged wheels, has all the good stuff and all the electronics. I have a whole sheet here I'll go over with you guys in a second. And out the door here, we're just shy of $30,000 for this bike. Now keep in mind, the Ducati Panigale V4, which is gonna be a direct competitor to this motorcycle, the standard model put us right about $30,000. So same price, you're getting more for your money. And now the real fun part's gonna be developing parts, tuning, everything for this motorcycle. We're gonna do velocity stacks. We're gonna see how much power that puts it on the dyno stock and with race gas and with our tuning, everything. We're gonna do a full video series on this bike for you guys. All right, as far as the electronics go, here's what we're looking at here. They gave me this nice piece of paper here to kind of show me the electronics on the new RSV4 factory. Everything comes as a stock option on the factory. And they got the standard stuff, which is the IMU, the AQS, 3 riding modes, ABS, cornering, AM, AEB. That's wheelie control, brake control, that kind of stuff. Or engine braking, and you can see it's standard on all of the models, even the standard. Then we start getting to the more advanced stuff, which is Aprilia multimedia stuff, which is the infotainment and navigation, comes standard on the factory, but is purchasable and everything else. Now, the Ducati, you can buy it in the standard, but you can also buy it on the V4S because it doesn't come as a standard option on any of the Ducatis. We got the track pack here, which of course is the race dash mode and all that fun stuff. all purchasable. Now, the race mode and stuff does come on the Ducati, but does not come on the standard RSV4, and it's a standard option on the factory. Comfort, so it has bending lights and accessories. So the bending lights, actually the headlights, I'm hearing when I'm turning, the headlights are going to turn with me, something like that. That's what that is, and that all is factory option here, and it comes as standard on the factory. Now the Ducati doesn't have bending lights, it just has standard LEDs, and they're very bright, so I never had a complaint with that. The race pack has the GPS, lap trigger, corner by corner engine, the ATC, the wheelie control, all that fun stuff. That's standard on the factory, but it's not standard on any other model here. But also the Panigale V4 doesn't come with GPS and lap trigger. So basically what I can do is I can go into an app, and if I have a track, it kind of tracks everything that I have at the track, and I can set up different settings for different corners. So it's pretty decent. And of course, this is the corner by corner suspension, which says corner by quarter here. So I don't know if it's the same thing, or maybe just talking about the Öhlins specific part of it. Again, only available with the Öhlins and only available with the factory. And of course, just like the Ducati, it has the daytime running light option where you can just make the halos instead of the headlights running during the day. BMW doesn't do this, but it is an option you can unlock in the Combi with coding. It kind of gets messy there for BMW. Let's just say it doesn't come with BMW for 2025. And of course, like I said, the tail before, I do like these MotoGP inspired wings that we've got here. They're kind of aggressive looking. You can see the Italian colors right there. But again, no tail light. We need to figure out something for that, and soon. So that'll do it for a walk around on the initial impressions for the Aprilia RSV4 factory. There is no break-in period for this motorcycle, meaning there's no locks like the Ducati or the BMW that they have on there. And even the Ducati, it isn't really a lock. It just kind of, the gauge cluster kind of complains at you and turns orange if you go above like 9,000 RPMs in that first 600 mile before the first service. So we'll get this thing on the dyno. I'll do a little bit of braking on it, but on the dyno, we'll get this thing knocked out as quickly as possible and get you guys some tuning for this bike. So if you see this bike in Southern California with this tank, it is definitely a BT Moto bike. And hopefully I'll keep you guys up to date exactly how fast Aprilia can get us a new tank for this bike, because this is a factory fault of the bike. No one did this to the motorcycle. This is how it landed. It showed up with a broken tank. Luckily, like I said, GP Motorcycles here was nice enough to lend me a tank in the meantime while they order a new tank. And I have to give this tank back. I didn't buy it or anything. They just gave it to me for the meantime. It's lending it to me. So awesome guys over here, GP Motorcycles. They'll make it happen for you here. And GP Motorcycles did say they want to become a BT Moto dealer. So they're going to be a BT Moto dealer. 50 state legal tuning available here at GP Motorcycles. Just talk to them. They can get you everything and get you sorted out and get you tuned and on the road. So it's time for me to load this beauty onto the truck and get her home and start getting those break-in miles done on this thing. Yeah, I forgot to give you guys an actual start for this thing before I load this thing up. All right. It sounds very, very tame. We're gonna fix that.